Welcome to Honest Whispers Unboxing and Inspection Revisited. On this video, I'll be unboxing and inspecting for the second time DC Comics Catwoman Art Scale 1/10 by Ivan Reis, based on the amazing concept painted by Ivan Reis from the Chiaroscuro Studios, released by Iron Studios in 2017. It is a limited edition, hand painted, and comes with the base, a whip, and an alternate hand or arm that's holding her cat. And it does have a nice little window box. And I'm just going to go ahead and open this up. This is the second time I'm opening this. It is the same one, and the reason why is because last time I had an issue with the base where the figure wouldn't fit in the base completely, and if I did put it in all the way, might be stuck. Now, Iron Studios did contact me regards to an exchange, but then they did already open the one that they were gonna send me, which I don't really like too much. But then if I have issues, which is packaged like this, so if I have issues again, I'll definitely go ahead and return this for that exchange. If I put this in and take it out, and it seems like it gets a little bit more loose, where I don't have to worry about the leg breaking whenever I put this back in, then I would probably keep this. Just because everything with the paint job and just the quality of it, you didn't see any flaws the first time I inspected it. So definitely want to keep this rather than exchanging it for something that might have an issue. Although they did send me a video of the one that they were gonna send me as a replacement. But again, I'd rather go ahead and try to see if I can get this back in. And this is the base, which is all consistent with the other Iron Studios figures. It's pentagon shape, same size, which I mean, it's nice base, but then I don't like how it takes so much space. And then you can see already some of the peg that kind of rubbed off there in the beginning. So let me see if I can get this squeezed in. Now, I don't want to put her arms in here or anything like that. And this is the original tape that I left as is, so still kind of sticking in there. I'll go ahead and put this box here. That's a nice background. And then with her, she is nicely wrapped in here. And again, with anything like this, I always try to keep the plastic in a similar position, so that way when I wrap it, I keep the new wrinkles to a minimum. So this is the issue. This is kind of too big for this. So last time when I put it in, it just didn't go in all the way. Now, if Catwoman is written like that, so I'd figure with their position, this looks like where her front would be, and she would be looking at the jewel. Now, you can't just push it in, so it looks like I'm going to have to do a lot of twisting. And again, right here, this is where it gets really stiff. Let me try to keep my finger out of the way. So I'm trying to hold the base down so that this doesn't slide around, and Of course, you don't want to grab here because it's just going to kind of twist, and you're going to put more, there's more areas where you could stress and break. So I'm trying to hold it as close to the base of the tip. Now this is where the other foot starts pushing it. Now, as always, putting it in isn't too much of a problem. What I'm worried about is, just from experience, if you have something like this posed for a long time, it just tends to stiffen up. And what happens is when you try to take it off to repackage it, or whatever the case, you might be moving. So you might want to package it and then, you know, store it in a box or whatever the case. And that's when this tends to weaken and break off. So that is usually my main concern. This video right now, basically, I just want to take it on and off a couple times, hoping that it might loosen up. At this point, if it doesn't break or anything like that, I don't see any reason to return this or exchange it. But I definitely want to return or exchange my other Wonder Woman. Okay, so I mean, I do want to show this on camera. It's very stiff, but you know, to hold the base down, I really need this better angle. Yeah, so again, it's the taking out part as I was worried about. So here we go. I'm starting to feel. So once you get it halfway up, it starts to feel a lot less tighter, or a lot less tighter. It does feel a lot more loose once you get halfway up through the peg. So it did pass my first test as far as putting it all the way in and taking it out. Re-examining everything here. Nothing broken, nothing looks, you know, flawed. Paint job overall looks great. So yeah, definitely something I would want to keep. Now, as far as the hand being loose, they told me I'm just gonna have to squeeze this once in a while to tighten it, so that the whip will be held, because otherwise, I mean, this is basically like a G.I. Joe's hand, where once you put a weapon on there for a while, the grip just widens and loosens up. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and put this in one more time, and then pull it out again one more time. Now I have to say, the second time I put it in, it didn't feel as tight, so I do want to go ahead and sorry, I don't want to grunt while I'm talking, because this is taking a lot of force on my fingers, the twisting and the pulling at the same time, and of course left hand holding the base down. So okay, so not bad. You know, I'm pretty confident this thing's gonna hold for a long time. And I like this a lot. This Catwoman, probably my favorite Catwoman figure statue of all time. The costume itself is one of my favorite Catwoman costumes of all time. Okay, that would look wrong. It is magnetized. But I'm not seeing the square shape, so I'm just gonna have to kind of feel for it here. I don't want to press down on her hair. I almost kind of start, let me press down on something that's sturdier, like her shoulder and her left breast right there. Okay, so nice tight squeeze. I do like that look. Definitely displayable many different angles. But looks amazing, very realistic looking. Love the shine on the boots and gloves. That glossy look really, I wouldn't have mind a nice glossy look on her costume, but I could see why they chose to just do the boots, make it more, and the gloves to make it more, to give it more of that leather look. Now this is the arm with the cat. I'm probably not going to use that, but let me go ahead and get the arm with the whip. And what is this again? This is her mouth, where she is, rather than smiling, it just has more of a serious look. Actually, I don't mind the smile. Smile looks okay. Let's keep that there. And here's the whip. Basically like a, you know what? It's a pretty good quality. It's like one of those, it's like it feels like a nylon cord. Definitely not like cotton. It's not threading off or anything. And I do like how the ends, the whip is actually, I don't know the type of this whip, but it's not just your regular, actually has this in the comic book too, so that's pretty cool. But not just like your regular bull whip like Indiana Jones, so that's pretty cool. I do want to kind of have that maybe, although because it was wrapped in there for so long, you're gonna have this unnatural looking creases, but I guess maybe over time I'll just kind of get more straight. So again, the fingertip, I guess they told me go ahead and squeeze it. No, I don't want to use my, yeah, it's not really, see, this right here would be a deal breaker too. Now the thumb, looks like I need the thumb to kind of hold this. No, I just can't really get this in. It feels like I could. Now the question is, can it look good without the whip in the hand? Yeah, it could, but seriously, like not being able to hold the whip at all, I may not have a choice but to return and exchange this. I don't want to put fingernail pressure onto the... It's like I feel like it would snap in or something, but it's not. It's like... Looking at the thumb, it just seems out of shape. Why is it so like... The thumb should be maybe... like right here, it should be more inwards. Yeah, well, I guess this would be a video proof that this hand just won't hold this. You know, I'm just gonna squeeze this as hard as I can. Because if I have this in a shelf somewhere, like basically I have like a glass bookshelf, so it's not like every time this falls down I'm gonna have to try to like squeeze the hand and put it back in. Yeah, this isn't working. And this is where the flaw of the design comes in. I mean, the grip literally is just, it's almost like I'm trying to perform a miracle here. Let me see if I could get that perfect angle right there, kind of. Okay, I'll do a close-up. Let me see if I could do a close-up. So right there, this grip is supposed to hold this whip. There's no way, it's just, how is that supposed to hold it? So it looks like maybe the pinky area would be the tightest area. If I could somehow get it latched on that part, it should stay. But see, it won't even go in. Or if it does, yeah, it won't go in. And again, if it does, it's not even enough of a squeeze to hold it there. Okay, now I'm probably falling into the realm of insanity. Einstein's description of insanity. Doing this over and over, getting the same result, expecting a different result. Wow, there's no solution to this. Okay, I'm gonna, by this time these fingers are gonna be, I don't want to say broken, they don't feel like it'll break, but yeah, there it is, just not gonna hold it. Yeah, what a deal breaker, dude. Because if the other figures are pretty much like this, that's kind of like, I wouldn't want to, no matter how good this looks, I wouldn't want to keep this. And that's what I mean as far as a deal breaker goes. Now the other one in the video, it did hold the whip, but then for how long? Once you take it out and then put it back in a couple times, this might be the, ultimately this might be the end results. It's like, I wish I could form the hand up, like I'm squeezing her hand for her. Yeah, it's not doing anything. Even G.I. Joe has a better, although you have a risk of eventually breaking a G.I. Joe thumb, but even a G.I. Joe has a better grip than this. I wish the thumb was a bit more down. Maybe that will work. Yeah, the thumb's just not long enough either, and so out of place. Yeah, I don't even know if they still have that one they were saving me. Well, guess that's it. I did everything I can. I mean, at least this, I don't mind so much. And there it is. Like, it, after a while, it got kind of tighter again. So this isn't too bad. But this right here, I can't even just barely keep it on there in the most delicate way possible and still won't stay in. Nothing I can do. And definitely something I don't want to keep for that something that's retail price $100 basically. So after refocusing, we'll give it one last try. And that's not working. The thumb just won't. And I don't know if it's causing any indentation on the surface of the finger. Doesn't seem like it. Feels like I'm missing something, but there's nothing. I mean, the pinky doesn't hold it. Trying to get the thumb to kind of wrap around it, that doesn't work. You know, I'm trying to use every type of method or option there is. I'm even trying to use this part to just kind of hold it or keep it hanging there just from the top. No, it won't do it. And no matter how much I squeeze, it really doesn't make any difference, because unlike G.I. Joe, this just kind of like springs back to its original position. So I think the hand itself just isn't really, maybe I got a flawed one. I thought I had it, you know, like trying to get that thumb right here, hook around it, and then see if I could. Okay, I'm gonna keep that leveraged up. Oh, see, like right there, I thought I had it. What I was trying to do is get that thumb wrapped around. Here it is. And while I do, I'm gonna try to press it into that pinky area. While the thumb, and it's not the, you know, it's just the tip of the thumb that's only reaching the whip too. So it's almost like, here it is. I'm gonna let go. Well, it's frustrating, and again, I could do this all night, but I'm not gonna I'll end up with the same results over and over. So definitely need to contact Iron Studios, let them know this just isn't working for me, and hopefully, you know, they didn't respond the last email I sent them, which was a couple weeks ago. So I'm hoping they still have the statue. Otherwise, I mean, this is something where it's ridiculous. It's like, I don't even know, you know, it's like, I guess you can't really do a QC on this, but still, I mean, prototype must have had some kind of issue, and they could have realized, oh, you know, I mean, on the recent design, like for instance, Wonder Woman or Psylocke, you know, they have it so that the sword, either this slides in because the hand is completely in a circle, and it's, well, how you say, it's closed. The hand is closed so that you would slide the katana in from the so I mean, looks like they learned from the mistake, but unfortunate that they didn't catch it enough. So not sure if all of them are gonna have the same issue, or if just this one or a few others are gonna be like this. So definitely be careful when you purchase. You definitely want to make sure parts fit and things stay on. Otherwise, because again, from this angle, it feels like it would just tuck into the pinky right there. And once I let go, I feel like it's gonna stay. Or if I just gently let go, it's gonna stay, but pop, just drops. Well, there you have it. Thank you for watching. Until next time. Continue reading the King James Version Bible and eat your vitamin C's daily.